And welcome back to the RaidCall EMS 1 Spring Cup number 3 for 2013. I am Paul Red Eye Challoner, often abused via photoshoppers, as you may have seen in the break. Alongside me is the invisible man. Unfortunately, Joe was a little bit jet-lagged last night. Actually, he was a lot jet-lagged, to be fair to him. He was absolutely shattered after a 23-hour trip home from China. Got home at midnight, and then for some reason, his body clock decided to wake him up at 6 a.m. Good game. We've all played the jet lag game. So, unfortunately, he couldn't be here this evening. Otherwise, he probably would have just nodded off anyway, and then it would have been as embarrassing as having, say, Too Good falling asleep on you. Jason, unfortunately, is also not able to join us on the show today. He's got League of Legends casting in the other studio. So, for now, you got to put up with me on my own, unfortunately, you poor people. We are about to get underway in our quarter-final game, and I promise you, this one's gonna be sick. It's VeryGames versus Virtus.pro. Let's drop you into the game right now, actually. They're in warm-up mode right now, but I'm pleased to say we fixed the music issue. I couldn't actually hear that in my ear. It was really weird. I couldn't actually hear it. It was so low, I couldn't hear it, but for some reason it came out on the stream really well. So here we go then with the knife round. And guess what? Just for a change, it's Nuke. WTF.
It's the precious. It's a knife. It's the shiny precious. Some floatings. They've got floatings. The Smeagol doesn't like floatings. But the precious now. Precious is going to get knifed! Knifed, I tell you, knifed! Come to the Precious. Precious wants to hurt you.
Okay, not sure what the floating stuff was there. Might want to reconnect now just to get rid of those weird artifacts, but it's pretty weird, wasn't it? Never mind, doesn't matter. Hopefully it's all fixed now, we hope, because if it's not, then that's going to be weird, seeing sort of floating stuff going around. And Virtus.pro from Russia, taking on the French from VeryGames in a almighty tussle in the quarterfinal here for the RaidCall EMS 1 quarterfinal of the Spring Cup number 3. We are underway. Give you the lineups: Kucha, Angel, Fox, Dossier, and Guardian in for Virtus.pro. VeryGames lining up with a slightly new lineup, of course, these days. They've got Shoxy back with MBK, Smiths, Existence, and Scream. It's Smith that starts us off nicely with a headshot onto Dossier. And Virtus.pro, of course, starting off on CT side, but hey, what the hell does that matter these days? I've seen so much Nuke recently. That's 3 in a row tonight as well, isn't it? 3 in a row. All 3 games we've managed to pick have been on Nuke, as Guardian will dispose of Scream. We're back to 4v4, and they've got control of the ramp room, which is why Guardian can't actually go back towards that area, but now trying to push through underneath Heaven. Well, one will go down to the hands of Kucha, but MBK comes back to dispose of Guardian now. We're at 3 versus 3, 35 seconds remaining in round 1. Big round for VeryGames, have to convert this one. Statistically, it's a T-sided pistol map, despite the fact that it's very much a CT-sided map overall. Smiths and Shoxy now, double win from them. It's now a 1 versus 1. Shoxy versus Kucha, who's already got one. Smiths lays him to ground, though, with the headshot. And a 3-man from Smiths puts VeryGames in the driving seat in round 1. It's 1-0. So, good start from the French. They're going to try and pile into this upper bomb site, and immediately they've picked off Fox. And, well, Angel was waiting and gets the kill onto screen. Now at 4v4, Dossier waiting at the top of ladder. And he'll think better of that, I would have thought. Well, or maybe he's just waiting for some backup here. They know that someone's going to try and poke their head over there. And if they do, MBK is perfectly placed to get rid of him. Also, one man trying to come in from radio here. One in lobby too. Here comes Shoxy, though. Gets the first one with that Mac-10. Don't know if he got the second one. No, he didn't quite. And now gets some team damage from MBK. That's awkward. Get out of the way. And that bomb is going to tick down and explode right now. And Dossier does win a battle that he really shouldn't have done and gets disposed of by Smiths in the end. And that'll be 2-0 VeryGames. Nice, quick, fast plant in the upper bomb site. So 2-0. 4 for Smith so far. And no deaths from him either. Early buy here in round 3 from Virtus.pro. Can they catch them out here? It's a real mixed bag of weapons though. 3 FAMAS, 1 mag, shotgun and 1 M4. There's also an AWP out in play in the hands of Smiths, and he's already disposed of Angel. Nicely done. Dossier here, having been boosted up inside the ramp room. I almost want to go back, but the action says no. Now, here we go. Dossier is going to get the first kill. Brilliant. It's actually 1 versus 1 in terms of kills down. Wasn't quite the first round, of course. We saw Smiths get the first one on Angel. Fox is not quite close enough to do major damage here with this shotgun. He needs to be a little bit closer to that doorway. This is okay, though. Does a little bit of damage as he goes in. It does get rid of MBK. Scream comes back round to reply back onto Dossier. They're now at 3 versus 3. I think they were a little bit caught out by the early CT buy, but Guardian now drops Scream. And they have the advantage of an extra man. And that bomb is also down right now. Into the bomb site, not down as in down on the floor, but down into the lower bomb site as Virtus.pro do pick up one through Kucha. Smiths, though, gets the reply, and now it's a 2 versus 1. Smiths all on him with the AWP. Guardian now coming back around and should be able to win this. Ooh, it's going to be close, though. And now Smiths. Is he going to live? No, he's not. He's going to get dropped by Guardian right at the end of the round. They weren't able to plant either, and the early buy from the Russians works brilliantly. So, 2-1 in favour of VeryGames. Nothing doing so far in round 4, just a little bit of shiftiness from the French inside 10. They decided to back away here. They're on an eco after all. And that grenade is absolutely perfectly placed by Kucha and has dropped MBK down to 50. 50 seconds remaining now. No commitment just yet. Bomb on the back of Shoxy. Smiths and Scream wait with him. And also MBK. Now, this is going to be an upper push, no doubt about it. Those 4 men are waiting to go. And Virtus.pro are absolutely ready for it. It will be a timed call. It'll probably be on 25. Oh, here they go! It's a double shot from Guardian! That AWP just ripped up through Smiths and Shoxy through the tin hut. Didn't even see them on the screen. Perfect AWP from Guardian. Amazing. Such a beast with AWP. Now, are we going to get a double save? Yes, we are going to get double save from VeryGames. So, just a little bit too short on the cash. As you can see on your screen, they have bought a few smokes and flashes, but nothing major in terms of weaponry. And yeah, a little bit short on money right now. Oh dear, that's an awkward jump, isn't it? Done that a few times. It's not the easiest of jumps, but most of the pros do make it look easy, as Angel does get the first kill on the outside. It's cost him 98 of his health, though. Can he get a second here? He can still get a second. That's incredible. He really shouldn't have been able to do that. And they're dropping like flies on the outer rush here, although MBK still putting up some resistance. There is a gun over here by Red. I think this is what he wants to try and do. Is he? Well, it's tempting, isn't it? But you know Guardian's going to be somewhere, and he is somewhere, and he's AWPing outside right now, and he doesn't pick up either of the frags. Finally does land one on MBK, and the last one will be cleaned up by Fox. So Virtus.pro taking the lead on a double eco from VeryGames. Guardian is not from Germany. Weird. So round 6, full buy, full AWP. Smith's with that AWP against Guardian. Let's just see where Guardian is right now. AWPing from main at the moment. Ooh, that was close. Not close enough, though. Smith does pick up the first kill around with that big green. And Guardian backs away. Now, double flash into ramp, triple flash into ramp. This is going to be a push. And they're going to try and wait for the corner here. I think they know that Angel will be located there. Oh, point blank, unscoped, but didn't work for Smiths. It doesn't matter too much because MBK has managed to get the kill. And we're at 4 versus 3 now in favour of VeryGames. Make that 3 versus 3 now. Fox drops the bomb man, which was Existence. And MBK again coming back with the reply. Fox now with another one for himself. 2 in the round from him, and it's now 2 versus 2. Scream, oh, headshot him. What else would there be from Scream on Fox? And Shoxy finishes off Guardian. And VeryGames tie it back up at 3-3. This is going to be a titanic struggle. And yes, Guardian, of course, from the old 3D Max, or in the very old days. Crikey, mine's gone blank now when he was in Counter-Strike Source. But he was a beast in Counter-Strike Source as well. Filling in for Virtus.pro. VeryGames with Shoxy back in the side now. A lot of people were surprised about that. A lot of people felt that Kenny S was such a beast that he couldn't be replaced. But, well, they made the choice. We'll have to wait and see how it works out. Round 7 is underway, and Smith's, well, he has managed to break into that ramp room. They've made the call, though, very early here, Virtus.pro, and they're going to have 2 men sitting just inside the bottom of ramp. Now, Smith gets tagged down to 16. As Pansy would say, tag, but no frag. It's one for you, Lauren. 40 seconds remaining of round 7. And MBK getting 1. Fox replies back. 4v4, still even Stevens here. 27 seconds remaining, though. Got to make a move fairly shortly. Shoxy now with a double. And that's given them a chance here. They were 5 versus 3, and Shoxy gets another one. Triple from Shoxy in the round now. And will he get another one? He will get another one. Actually, he's only got 2 in the round. How the heck has he only got 2? That's impossible. I've seen him get at least 3, if not 4. I think the scoreboard lies right now. We've got a 1 versus 1. Bomb is planted. Shoxy to try and save it all. Oh, just caught a side of Angel. Has to close the doors. Now, can he surprise him? Is it going to be window? Is it going to be doors? Got to make a decision right now. Bomb ticking down. The pressure is on Angel here. They're both very low on health. And 1 shot will do it. And Shoxy is the master clutch master and brings VeryGames into the lead 4-3. Yeah, I think he did get a 4-man in there, but one of them was his own mate. So that doesn't count. But he still closed the round. So, it's going to hurt Shoxy on the scoreboard. He's now 6 for 4. MBK 7 for 7, 7 for 5 for Smiths. Existence hasn't got a single frag so far as MBK picks up a triple at the start of the round. Thanks, Auto Director. Might get a fourth here. Will get a fourth. This is a 5-man now. And hunt, hunt, hunt. MBK. Go on. Go and find the 5th. You know you want to. And you know where he is right now. And he's going to get the 5th here as well. MBK on an eco, admittedly. But 5-man's a 5-man. Take a bow, sir. So, 12 for 7 for MBK now, after that glorious 5-man. Angel 8 for 7 for Virtus.pro. And 5 rounds on the T side on Nuke. Yet again. What are we saying? Oh, look at this. Smiths nicely lines up the headshot onto Dozier. And Virtus.pro on the run here a little bit. MBK again. Another headshot from him, this time on Kucha. And VeryGames find themselves not only 5-3 up in rounds, but 5-3 up in personnel in round number 9. Maths with Red Eye. 65 seconds remaining. Plenty of time here to make a decision as to where they're going to go. Shoxy edging forward. MBK picks up another one. Shoxy with a 4th. They've still yet to lose a man. Finally, Fox down Shoxy. But he's got 4 more Frenchmen to find, and it's going to be a tough ask here. Will pick off MBK. Smith comes in with a reply, and VeryGames lead 6-3 T-side Nuke. And I have to say, Virtus.pro right now, not playing too well. MBK 14 for 8, Smith 9 for 5. Although Existence right now, that's peculiar. 0 for 6, not even got an assist. I actually haven't seen him in the game yet. Looks like we've got a fast push here into tin. And we're now with Existence, so presumably he's going to pick up a kill this round. It's only taken him 10 rounds. And there is a chance to pick off one. He's done some damage on Guardian, but no kill. And Fox down to just a point of health. Guardian 49. All on an eco this round. So this should be 7-3. Flash into the inner bomb site, upper bomb site. 2 will drop at the hands of Smith. Easily done. MBK and Shoxy have also got one apiece. MBK cleans up with the final one. And VeryGames' round is confirmed. 7-3. Existence still no kill. So once more, 3 into the inner bomb site. Already, Guardian's picked up a frag with the AWP, and it's on Existence again, so that's 11 rounds without a kill. It's having a mare. MBK, on the other hand, having a stormer. Gets rid of Kucha, 4v4. Going to try and split themselves now. And 2 of them trying to get into that ramp room. They have managed to do a little bit of damage. That flash was perfectly timed in the end. And so was that shot from Guardian on the head of Scream on top of Yellow. And for the first time in a while here, Virtus.pro have a man advantage. That one's disposed of by Smith. MBK cleans up with Fox now. And they turn it around into a 3 versus 2. VeryGames absolutely raging tonight. We've seen them fall down in previous cups, usually to a French team. LDLC spring to mind. Last season too, they fell down to French teams through the bracket. No French team in their way this evening. Just the small matter of the only team to beat the world champions on a LAN. Virtus.pro. Dozier now AWPing and showing us he can do it too. Double AWP for Virtus.pro. Was a 3v2, now a 2 versus 2. And bomb planted, just waiting for some exit kills here. That's all they're going to do, saving those 2 big greens which are very, very expensive. They might just get another exit kill here, and will do. Dozier does the job on MBK, and Smith now will run away to the far side, and these two will live, and 2 AWPs apiece for Dozier. 2 kills, sorry, with the AWP for Dozier and Guardian, but not enough in the round, and VeryGames now confirm that they will be ahead at the half-time score mark by leading 8-3 here on the T side of Nuke. And if you've been with us all evening, you're thinking, that Red Eye knows nothing. This map's T-biased. Well, it's not usually, trust me. Normally it's a 15-0, 14-1, 13-2, 12-3 at best kind of map in favour of the CTs, but not tonight. Now, Virtus.pro have got a chance to win a round for the first time in a while here. They've disposed of 4. Last man standing on a rush in the upper has not worked for VG this time round. And Smith now will be gotten rid of by Kucha, and that'll be Virtus.pro's 4th round on the board from 12. 4-8. Yeah, so those of you confused by Guardian being in here, he is a stand-in this evening. Adrim wasn't able to play, so they've drafted him in to help out for the evening. That's all. No major change as far as we know anyway. Nothing official from Virtus.pro, and I'm pretty sure they would have told everyone. But filling in very nicely so far, he is indeed. Grenade kill from Dozier from ramp. That'll put the stoppers on any ramp push, that's for sure. And so instead, they're going to try and push on the outside. Good flash, though. Not good enough, though. Fox picks up the kill on Shoxy. Guardian disposes of Scream at the same time, and now we've got a 5v2. And VG suddenly playing a bit harried and rushed as Guardian gets another one onto Existence. And a quick check on the scoreboard shows that Existence, so far in this half, has played 13 rounds. Sorry about that, Guardian picking off MBK right at the end. Has played 13 rounds and hasn't got a single kill. Just 2 points to his name. It's bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. If his team were getting crushed, I could probably understand it. But they aren't. They're winning the half. It's 8-5 right now. Fox 11 for 8. Guardian 11 for 8. Fox would, I would imagine, would ordinarily be AWPing here, but instead they're going to give it to Guardian. It's the easiest way of splitting. They can then have 4 players across the other 2 sites for communication purposes. Three downed immediately by Virtus.pro, so another round looking like it might go the Russians here. On a bit of a spree. It was 8-3. Should be 8-6 after this one, and they're giving themselves some hope when they switch over. But they're going to have to play mightily well on T side, and now we've had Smith disconnected. Well, it's happened a lot tonight. I don't know what's going on. A few disconnects in the Nexus game earlier against NIP. Now experiencing the same thing. Shoxy last man standing against 3. Double AWP. Once again from Virtus.pro. There's no point in throwing it away. They pick them up anyway. And Shoxy's got himself a 3rd here. And this is now a 2 versus 1. And I think he's got an idea that Fox is in there as well. That's a really good grenade. Down to 66. It won't make any difference, though, at the end. Fox gets the kill. Nicely done by Shoxy for a 3-man. But it wasn't enough in the end. 8-6, and they've got a mixture of weapons now, VG. Looks like we're going to have Galil. No, actually they're all right. 1 Galil, 4 AKs, that's fine. Little bit of loss of money, as you can see. They're right on the bare bones of money right now. 18 for 12 for MBK, 11-9 for Shoxy. Smith has just reconnected, so he's on 0. And Existence right now still doesn't have a kill from the whole of the first half. This is extraordinary. I have no idea how this is happening, and he's been tagged heavily down to 16 points of health. He might well go a complete half here without getting a single frag, and yet somehow his team are going to lead at half-time regardless on T-side Nuke. Unbelievable. Now, out into the upper bomb site. Scream goes down. MBK goes down. And finally, Shoxy comes back in for a reply. They've only got the 1, though. Existence now gets his first kill of the game in the 15th round onto Kucha. How big could that prove to be? They're going to get the bomb planted here. They've both got very low health. And it's Guardian Dossier now in a 2v2. Bomb planted. Grenade comes over the top. Shoxy gets rid of the first and the second. Trust Shoxy to step up, clutch the round, and VeryGames win the first half 9-6. I don't know about welcome to the scoreboard. Welcome to the server existence. What on earth was that? And 3 for 11 for Scream as well. Very unusual. Fortunately for them, Smith, Shoxy and MBK were on fire in that first half. 18 for 13 for MBK, 14 for 9 for Shoxy, 3 for 11 for Scream, and 1 for 10 for Existence, getting a kill in that 15th round. Smith actually reconnected. He had a much better score than that earlier on as well. On the other side, Fox 15-9, Guardian 13-10, Angel 10 for 12, Kucha 7 and 12, and Dossier 6 for 9 as we head into the opening round of the second half. And this is a big round for Virtus.pro right now. They have to win this one. Otherwise, I get the feeling it's going to be game over very early on for the Russians. Yet to reach a final in any of the RaidCall Cups, either this or last season. In fact, didn't even qualify for the finals last season. Will almost certainly want to do that this time. Na'Vi, the other one, that have yet to win one. Nip have won, Fnatic have won, Copenhagen Wolves have won. Played 7 of the weekly cup so far. And still yet to have a double winner as Virtus.pro ripped through VG with 3 quick kills in the upper bomb site, execute the perfect upper bomb plant, and have now got the advantage. Scream now going to be dropped, is he here? Smith's going to rotate behind them. He's coming under fire as well. He's not even sure if there are men outside here. And 4 versus 2, surely they're not going to lose this one. Scream does pick up 1 though. And a grenade here will be good as well. Now it's a 2 versus 2. Can VeryGames come back from the death here and clutch this one? Dossier, though, single shot onto the back, and Virtus.pro pick up the final kill through Fox. And that was a huge round for the Russians to win. They're now pulled it back to 7-9. So that gives Virtus.pro the perfect platform to go on and win the next 2. If they can convert the ecos. MBK getting a bit feisty here early on. And immediately unleashing some shots with that 250. Guardian's also got a bit leery here and pushed forward. But you'd expect him to do that on the T side. He's then dropped back. Oh, a single bullet headshot from Smiths. Fabulous, fabulous play from the Frenchman. Kucha drops Shoxy. Now 3 versus 2. Angel gets rid of another one. Existence dropped. And Smith's now last man standing. Has got to do some more outstanding fragging, and he's doing it as well. A 3-man from Smith's on an eco round. He's not going to get any more, is he? He does get a 4th. That's extraordinary from Smith's. A 4-man on an eco and almost clutched around for VeryGames. Tap, tap, tap insaneness. Mental. 9-8 for VeryGames. They still lead, but Virtus.pro will look to try and convert this next one to tie things up. That was just nuts. Absolutely nuts. Had no right to win those battles at the top of ladder either. Incoming nerf on Smiths. So another eco, another push into radio, and it's been successful again for Smiths. This time, Dossier finally gets rid of him. What an annoyance for Virtus.pro. That last round was such an expensive round for them. They've had to fall by again, so if they lose this, they would be definitely on an eco, even though they won the opening 2 rounds. It doesn't look like that's going to be the case just yet, though. And this is going to be a ramp push. They've got 2 men down there. One behind is Existence. The other one is MBK. Existence is, well, he's kind of left alone a little bit there. And sort of slaughtered, really, by the Virtus.pro players as Shoxy just disappeared out of sight from his cover. The flash is perfectly placed on MBK. They pop the windows and round the corner, but MBK's too strong and drops Angel. They've managed to get rid of 3 here and pick up a weapon or 2. Oh, that one was nearly a bit of team damage, but MBK has now gotten rid of Fox and Guardians. Now the last man alive here against 3 VG players. What a great round from MBK. Triple from him. And VeryGames have picked up an eco against Virtus.pro in round 3, and that's 10-8 now in the scoreline. Amazing stuff from VG yet again. And look at the scoreboard. MBK, 22 kills. 14 for Shoxy, 7 for Smith, and Smith, don't forget, disconnected. He's actually had 6 in the first 3 rounds of this second half. Scream's had 5 in the entire match. Existence has had 1 in the entire match. Never seen 4 men carry a team so hard. It's almost a 3-man. Look at this again. Shoxy once more picks up 2 big kills. He's now got a 3rd, and Smith stops the ace. He's got a 4th, and MBK drops the last one just to add more salt to the wound. And Virtus.pro have every right to be salty right now. VeryGames lead 11-8 on the eco. Now a full buy, and Virtus.pro have got to start winning rounds. Don't forget, this is the last game of the evening in the quarterfinals of the RaidCall EMS 1 Spring Cup number 3. Tomorrow, tune in from 7 p.m. Central European time. And we'll have both semi-finals and the best of 3 grand final for Cup number 3 as well. We'll talk about points tomorrow too, because the points now after 3 cups will enable us to see pretty much who's qualified already for the group stages. The top 16 ranked teams will qualify for that group stage. The top 8 from the groups will go on to the land finals for our 2nd season of the RaidCall EMS 1 series. If you missed the last LAN one, you can find it at ESL TV on the VOD system. It was an absolute blast. 2 days of phenomenal Counter-Strike action with the players in the studio. Some great production and some excellent commentary as well. Right now, back to Cup 3, quarterfinals. VeryGames lead Virtus.pro 11-8 right now. And things have gone a little bit slower in round number 20. And with a man advantage here, well, they did have a man advantage, then it was disposed of quickly. Here comes Shoxy though, another double from him. Make that a treble! And Existence picks up the final one. And VeryGames now lead 12-8, and I think Virtus.pro are on an eco again. Definitely on an eco. Can't buy with that little money. I mean, they could, but they wouldn't be fully armoured, so no point in doing that at this stage. 23 kills now on the board for MBK, and we've only played 20 rounds. Likewise, Existence now has his 2nd of the game. Smith has more this half than Scream and Existence have had in the entire match. That's how much the top 3 on VeryGames have carried their team over the line. Smiths again steps up with 2. Shoxy gets another one. Scream gets a double at the end of the round. And VeryGames clear up another eco. 13-8, 3 away from reaching the semi-finals. And yeah, my bad, that was another team kill. They've been quite leery with the team kills tonight, haven't they? Not a team kill this time round. Scream with the easy shot and the easy kill on Dossier. And we are frozen. What a shocker. Not the first time this evening. Seem to have had a few issues with that tonight. Good chance to recap on the scoreboard. MBK 23 for 16. Shoxy 18-11. Scream now 10 for 14, although I'm pretty sure he's had about 3 team kills in there. Smith's 11 for 5, but that's just this half. He had 1 kill at the end of the last half after a disconnect. And Existence is 2 for 13. Dossier right now was the only man disposed of this round. He's at the bottom of the scoreboard right now, 10 and 15, not the actual scoreboard, because Kucha has 9 for 18. Guardian on 14, Angel on 13, Fox top of the scoreboard, 90. Make that 20 as he clocks up another one on MBK as we get back underway in round 22. And again, Virtus.pro in trouble here. 4 versus 3. It might as well be 4 versus 2 for all the health that Fox has got. And MBK says pause next round. I hope that's a retro message. And defend this upper bomb site with Existence and Smiths they will. Still, Kucha, Fox, Guardian. Still alive. Barely. Little bit of damage done again. And 30 seconds remaining now. Virtus.pro have to make a move. As Fox hears the door popped and does pick up the kill. Brilliant shot on Existence, despite the fact that he's got 2 health. Existence can't even pick up a frag when the guy's only got 2 points of health. Shoxy now into the bottom of the bottom of the ramp, and he's got Fox alive now, who still hasn't been hit amazingly, and still is living with 2 points of health. Die, Fox! How on earth is he alive? Can't possibly win this round anyway. Time has run down. And that will be another round to VeryGames. 14-8 now. Dearie me. Well, it didn't matter for the round win. It mattered for money. It mattered to push them on to reserves they don't have, money-wise. They are on a full buy now. Must win this round. Lose this, and it's surely game over for Virtus.pro. Not going to start well either. Smith getting rid of Angel on the main entrance of upper. MBK just going to spam that tin and see if he can get a bit of damage done. Smith has actually lost a lot of health himself here, 81 to be precise. VeryGames requiring 2 more for a place in the semi-final of cut number 3. They'll also confirm their participation in the group stages. And Fox just walked away at the right time. He was about to be picked off. Nice shot from Guardian through the window on Shoxy. And we're now at 4v4. Oh, dearie me. Fox easily picked off by MBK through Squeaky. And Smiths again, showing us his quality and his skill. And his determination with just 19 points of health right now. 25 seconds remaining. Got to move soon. Dossier does get a very good shot onto Existence. Again, another headshot. And they're now going to try and push up the top of the ladder. MBK is very, very flashed right now. Needs a pair of sunglasses to rescue him. Not going to get them in this game. And Kucha gets rid of him. 10 seconds remaining. Bomb's going to go down in the upper bomb site. Guardian comes in. Double grenade kill from Smiths. And Guardian survives and kills off the last man. And Virtus.pro survived the round to win. VeryGames lead 14-9. What a double grenade after death. Deary me. Wouldn't have mattered if Guardian had died anyway. Bomb was already planted, but that would have been funny, wouldn't it? We've had no one alive with the bomb ticking down. Incredible. 14-9. Virtus.pro surviving. Fox now moving to 21 for 14. MBK 24 for 18 on the other side, and Existence still just 2 kills in 23 rounds. VeryGames now going to be a little bit more aggressive on that outer area. Shoxy pushing forward, did get the frag onto Angel. Kucha replied back though, in kind. Kucha then gets dropped by MBK. And Virtus.pro find themselves a man short again. Have really struggled this evening. We haven't seen the same sort of consistency and cohesion. You could blame the fact that they're using a stand-in, and it does make a big difference in terms of team play. But VeryGames have been playing really well themselves, and it needs a good team to play well against Virtus.pro, regardless of the fact that they're one man down. And Angel is, Guardian is not a terrible replacement, is he? He's shown us that this evening. We're at 2 versus 2, nicely poised here in round 24. Guardian and Fox versus MBK and Existence. And Existence has got to step up here. And MBK gets rid of... MBK gets dropped, by Fox, and that's now a 2 versus 1. And Existence is the last man alive here. And he's got to double his frag count in the entire game if he wants to win this round. Now, middle grenade goes through. It's a good grenade as well. Down to 20 points of health. He's got 87 between the two of them, but it doesn't make a difference. Fox picks up the frag, and Virtus.pro go to 10. And has that forced VeryGames onto a save? I believe it has. Well, no. Well, it shouldn't have done. They thought about it. Lose this one, and it would definitely be a save. So, VeryGames needing this one. And I know some of you will be thinking, God, that Existence is awful. But he's just having a bad game. Players have bad games. That's the way it goes sometimes. He is not an awful player. He was almost definitely one of the top 10 players in the world in Counter-Strike Source, and he switched to CSGO and has shown that he's had great games in the past, but yeah, admittedly, not having a good game this evening. That would be a master understatement, wouldn't it? By his high standards, he is having an absolute nightmare. Now, can he pick up one in the upper bomb site? Yes, he can. Commentator's curse striking in a reverse way that time round. Dozier with a double. Shoxy comes back with AWP onto Dozier, and they've only got one man remaining now. And Angel's got to go huge here, and does go huge. Picks up the first one. Second one on top, and a fantastic shot from Angel. Grenade comes raining down from Smith, though. And VeryGames go to match point 15-10. Here we go. 5 match points for the French for a place in the semi-final. And it's a real mixed bags of weapons now. Look at them. 3 Deagles. And a Deagle working very nicely for Angel. Thanks very much. Blasts Shoxy into Kingdom Come. Grabs himself a FAMAS. And with Dozier down on the Virtus.pro side, now it's a 4 versus 4. Angel creeping round again. Trying to get into that ladder area. Good flash in. MBK now knows that there's going to be something coming his way any moment now. And actually it's going to come from main. Kucha drops him down. Existence did get a frag in the middle of that. Guardian disposes of him though on the bomb site. It's now 3 versus 2. The Russians have the advantage. Can they turn this one around? Smith comes back in with the AWP. 2 versus 2 bomb plant. Scream and Smiths to clutch the game and take them to the semi-final. Kucha and Guardian now. The last sole survivors, and they're going to stand tall here. Guardian gets the first one, and Kucha now coming under attack here, and can they get Scream now? He's last man alive here, moves in towards the bomb site, gets his head ripped from his shoulders, and Scream is downed by Guardian, and Virtus.pro stay alive. 11-15. .26 for 21 MBK now, 25-16 for Fox, so fairly even at the top of the scoreboard for their top 2 players. Just screaming existence, lagging a little bit behind here. First one of the round goes to Kucha. On an eco, VeryGames had to save. We said that before the round started. If they lost that one, they would have to go back to eco mode. That's exactly what they've done. MBK having a little problem with the doors, but finally found the keys to the lock. And the 5 versus 4 advantage now for Virtus.pro gives them some options. Doesn't look like they're going to go lower here, though, does it? Look, into the upper bomb site. And unfortunately for VeryGames, they stack the lower. Existence. Another round goes by without a kill. And Guardian will clean up here with an easy frag onto Smith. So 5 versus 2. This should be straightforward now. Only MBK alive. And he's got 6 points of health, and there is a knife coming in here, I think. Oh, not going to see the knife, though. Guardian picking up the final frag for a double in the round, and Virtus.pro reduced the gap to 3. Not today, says MBK. He knew what was coming as well. VeryGames 15-12 in the lead, on a bye now. Or are they? Yeah, they are on a bye. Another match point. And a really big chance for them to claim their place in the semi-final. Those FAMASs are still in play right now. They've got 2 of them. A noisy round to start with, but no damage, no deaths. And VeryGames just not forcing the issue here, playing it smart on CT side, waiting for the push. And look at this from Shoxy, waited for ages to see whether there was some friends with Angel, but he was all alone. I know how he feels. And he's now managed to pick up the first kill. Frag, good flash goes in. It's not great, but it's good. Oh, Shoxy, though, got outdone by Kucha, who was still waiting inside the big hut. And Dozier drops Scream now, so it's switched round here. And from an advantage VeryGames position, they now find themselves a man short. Fox now should be able to get rid of existence here, and does so, drops him easily. They have lost a lot of damage, so there's still a chance here for Smiths and MBK. MBK in the upper bomb side does pick up the first one. Reply back, though, comes from Fox. Here comes Smith round the corner. Drops the first one. Won't get the second. Disposed of by Guardian. And Virtus.pro close the gap to 2. And that should be an eco for VeryGames, making it 15-14 with 1 round to play. And Virtus.pro have had more than 1 overtime this evening already. And I think we might just be heading the way of another one. 27 for MBK and Fox on either side, and Virtus.pro have somehow come flying back into that. That was a bit of a mistake, though, from Smith. The flash went off just in front of him, and Dozier will fill his boots with 2 in a row. Scream does get 1 back. Guardian gets rid of him, though. That was eye-to-eye with the pistols. Pistols at dawn, that one. And Fox cleans up the final kill of the round, and VeryGames now have just a 1-round lead, 15-14. It's time to go big or go to draws. Here we go then. Round number 30 in the quarterfinals. Which way does the pendulum swing now? Is the quarterfinal laced with Russian? Or can the French pull out some culinary delights in the final round for some haute cuisine Counter-Strike? Match point, VeryGames. Still 5v5. Still nothing doing. Minute remaining of a tense final round. Here comes Guardian on top of Red. Scream waiting inside. Smith's alongside him with the AWP. They are both fully bought up here. M4 ×4 plus AWP. AK ×4 plus AWP. Shoxy starts us off with the M4 kill onto Angel. Now, has that given VeryGames a chance to wrap things up in round 30 here? Whatever happens now, it's been an amazing game. And Shoxy does get a second. Smith's with a third here, and they're dropping like flies. Only Fox and Guardian remain now. These two, it's all down to them in a 5 versus 1. Fox drops to the ground. MBK doubles up at the end. And that is game, set, and match for the French team, VeryGames. Well done, VeryGames. Fantastic game of Counter-Strike. That's exactly what we want to see. Got me all excited in my chair. And hopefully you enjoyed that at home as well. Brilliant stuff from VeryGames. Just going to check as well and see how the other games panned out. We did have NIP versus ESC in the other game going on at the same time. And I can't see the result right now, so I don't know the result of NIP versus ESC. What I can tell you is that the winner of that game will play VeryGames in the semi-final. So whatever that scoreline, it's going to be a fantastic semi. In the other side of the bracket, we have exactly what we predicted we would have. LDLC coming through 16-8 against N-Faculty in the quarterfinals. Congratulations to N-Faculty, by the way, for getting that far through. And Na'Vi beat Fnatic 16-5 in their quarterfinal. And Na'Vi will now play LDLC in the other semi-finals. So we're just waiting to see whether it's NIP or ESC, and we will have a phenomenal semi-finals tomorrow. We will bring you both of those matches. It's either NIP or ESC versus VeryGames, and at the bottom, LDLC versus Na'Vi. So either way round, we're going to get two fantastic matchups in the semi-finals. We'll bring you both matches in a row, and then we'll bring you the best-of-3 final. And better than that, better than Red Eye Gifts, we'll have Joe, please don't call me Joe, Joe Miller in the house, as long as he's recovered from jet lag. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you check out the website, csgo.raidcall-ems1.com for all the results and the brackets and the VODs as well. Also, make sure you follow RaidCall EMS1 on Facebook and Twitter. And if you're in the mood, drop me a line on Twitter and tell me which rounds you'd like me to shoutcast in the knife round tomorrow night, and we'll get me and Joe to do our super awful impressions. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.